Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Zodiac Olympos Field Green ZO9713. MSRP for this watch is $895, but I'll have some discount codes down in the description below. This watch is on loan from my friend Chris over at the Watch Lounge. He has a YouTube channel, and also he is running the show at Watch Gauge now. So I'll have some discount codes for this, and you can purchase it over there from Watch Gauge. So we have a domed sapphire crystal. We have this real neat green textured dial. I don't think I have many watches with green. Well, I know I don't, but I definitely don't have one with a textured dial like this. We have this printed lume on here on the indices. It's kind of a photina or a tannish color lume, and it looks great with this tan strap and also with the gilt indices. Hopefully you can see that, kind of a golden color here on the hour, minute, and second hand. And then also that applied logo is gilt as well. And then the rest of the things on the dial here are printed. Zodiac, automatic, and the minute track are all printed. Let's zoom back out here, get a little closer look at the manta ray case. This watch was originally released in 1961. I would believe that would have to be in a smaller case size than this watch. This watch measures 40 millimeters from the widest point of the watch case here. And lug to lug, it's pretty small at 46.6. It is mostly brushed. We do have the polished chamfered edge here. Then the crown is a screw down crown at 2 o'clock. Is the signed screw down crown with that Celtic cross logo, which they also have up here above Zodiac below the 12. And this watch is rated to 200 meters of water resistance. And we do have lume applied to the indices. The Arabic indices are lumed, and then the hour and minute hand are lumed as well. Let's take a look at the case back here. So Swiss made, worn and wound edition ZO9713 Zodiac, and again 200 meter water resistant, and it is a Swiss made watch. The movement in this watch is the STP 1-11, which is a clone of the ETA 2824, and STP is also owned by Fossil, and Fossil owns Zodiac, so perhaps you can consider this an in-house movement. 8 beats per second, 44 hours of power reserve. The 2824s that I've had are about 38 hours of power reserve, so a slight improvement here in the power reserve. We do have a genuine leather strap here. It says it right there on the strap, genuine leather. I believe there's 8 holes on here. There's that logo again at the tip of the strap, Zodiac. We have a nice milled buckle with a milled tang. So let me get this on wrist. If you look at it on my wrist, I have a 6.5 inch wrist with a 52 millimeter wristband. So this watch wears quite well on my wrist. Very cool looking watch. I like the dial on it too, the nice textured dial. And it's green, which I'm really not a fan of, but it looks good with the gilt and the tan strap. Looks like it's also offered on a darker brown strap, according to the Zodiac website. I will try to leave a link to both Zodiac and Watch Gauge. So those discount codes, I believe there's going to be a 20% off of NTH, 20% off of Zodiac, and then there's a wrong time watch or wrong time 15 code, I think is what it's going to be. That'll be for anything else on the website. So feel free to use those codes. And it is a nicely done buckle there. Usually it's kind of a second thought, but nicely milled, brushed and polished with that logo again. So let's talk about the specs of the watch. Alright, so lug to lug, as I previously mentioned, 46.6, 40 millimeter case diameter, 12.6 millimeter thick, so maybe a little bit on the thicker side since it's not a dive watch, but it is rated to 200 meter water resistant. 20 millimeter lug width, and this strap does taper down to 18 millimeter. And that's a 6.5 millimeter signed screw down crown. and the watch weighs in at 68 grams. I really don't have that many watches that are non-symmetrical like this. I mean, I do have the Seiko SKX with the 4 o'clock crown, so I guess it's not necessarily symmetrical. But this one takes it even further than that. Screw that crown back in there. We'll take a look at these two watches side by side. Get you a little better idea of the size of this watch. So the dial is definitely bigger on the Zodiac. The case is wider on the SKX. And the SKX is 13.5 thick versus 12.5 thick on the Zodiac. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on this watch. You know, it's kind of a funky case shape, but it's not that funky, and it's different enough that I think folks would notice it. And it's not terribly expensive. You know, again, $895, but with that 20% off discount code, there'd be about $180 less. So 700. I can't do math on the fly. I think it would be $715. I don't know. You can do the math better than I can. So let's check out the Lume. Alright, so Zodiac on the left, SKX on the right, and by the way, I was pretty close with that math. $716 after the 20% discount. But like I said, I'll have the information in the description below. The Zodiac has a nice amount of lume, really, considering it's not a dive watch. I would say the handset is brighter than the SKX handset, but the indices are a little bit brighter on the SKX. Well, that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for your time, and thank you for watching.